in India aren't in the field. So I've been like, everything's wonderful and getting, and, you know, and being positive and optimistic. And then, oh, the reality is that, you know, 11 more million people are out of work. And so I don't know about you guys, but it's a real time of peak experiences in duality, and then also looking at bringing it all together for ourselves. So, hi Hakoba, hi Edith. Oh, Lucy. Good. Oh, don't you love Harmonize? That was the gift I gave you. Yeah, Karen, it's been a rough week emotionally. I agree. It's been, and Betsy, yeah, so many different experiences. And what I wanted us to do today is I just wanted to spend the time together in reflection. And I'm going to take you through a little bit of a journal exercise as we do our tea ceremony. So today I actually am drinking a raspberry Earl White. I was craving it probably because Chris said that she has been drinking it with fresh raspberries in it. And oh, Samantha, have you tasted Harmonize yet? Oh, it's my new addiction. Oh, and Gypsy Rose, my first love, of course. Edith, oh, good. Well, we will get that in the mail to you. I love the Harmonize. I do too. And Goddess Green, of course, Bernadette. So I am using my my little individual sip tea today, teapot, the tea in hand. These are back on the site. And then I'm using a double-walled tea glass. And I'm going to pour myself this glass. And as I pour myself this glass, I'm going to see all of your cups being filled. I'm going to envision each one of you having your spiritual cup filled by divinity, and your financial cup filled by abundance and wealth. I'm going to see your body, the cup of your body filled with health and wellness and energy. And so it is. Each of you are filled to the brim with all good things: health, wellness, abundance, calm, ease, and flow. And as I bring this cup to my heart, I inhale and I exhale any stresses of the week, any conflict, perceived or otherwise. As I inhale the scent of the aroma of nature and all of her gifts, the perfume she has brought and given to us, I exhale confusion, frustration, and uncertainty. As I inhale the scent of bergamot and raspberries and God and stars and the moon and rain, I exhale feeling unworthy. I exhale feeling sad. I exhale the grieving that has been happening this week as I keep moving through, feeling what everybody's going through. As I take my first sip, take your first sip as well. And really feel where the tea or whatever you're drinking, where it lands in the mouth. Does it land in the top, the roof of the mouth? For me, the middle of the tongue, the tip of the tongue, and the back of the tongue. Where does it land in your mouth? What sensation is brought forth as you sip your tea? Entering into this incredible space of being physically attuned and harmonized with the cosmic flow, to be at peace with what is, not what could be or should be, but what is now. Inhale deep into your belly. Exhale, do a little wiggle. Say, thank you, body, for carrying me all week long. Thank you, body. Thank you, body, for helping me take care of my kids and rejuvenate my marriage and pack all your orders and come up with new teas. New colors for packaging. Oh, this body carries you so compassionately through all things. Mm. Okay, so welcome. This is our 100th Saturday Sips. I don't know, 8th, 9th, 10th, 12th, who knows. Things are opening up in Ventura County, I think. So we had a couple curbside pickups today, Lise and Lucy. So good to see you briefly. We are in a position now that the sun is out more. Cities are opening back up. So I wanted to just reflect a little bit and pull some cards for us. And so today I'm going to use the Osho Zen Tarot, which is the tarot I tend to use. And this is a collective reading for the group of us. So there are quite a few of us on this call. And so what will happen is as I pull the cards, they will reflect for you what's true for you. So we have an individual bearing and an individual truth happening right now, but then we also have a collective with our families and our coupledom or singledom. And then we also have a collective with us as the Saturday Sips team or crew or my tea circle. And then we also have a collective with our families and in the community. So just know that this reading is for you individually and then you as part of the collective. So I'm going to ask what is required of us now. What would serve the highest good of humanity and our own lives and our communities and in the world for us now as a collective, as a group, as women. I don't think I saw any men here. I don't know if any ever show up, but so what is being asked of us now for the highest good? Celebration, the Three of Water. It's wonderful. The Three of Cups. Very creative, right? Yeah. So it's women dancing in the water, and what this is what my intuition is guiding me toward is that what's being asked of us now is the celebration of the successes of the little details of our connectivity. I noticed today just going, I had to go to the ATM to get some money, and I couldn't believe how kind everybody was. Like everywhere I go, the kindness is just pouring forth of everyone. So for us, it is time for us to celebrate, and I'm going to pull 3 cards, but this one is the first card, and this is the situation card. What is being asked of us in order to serve ourselves and humanity? Yeah. Alicia, you're feeling it too, isn't it? Cindy, I agree. Yeah, Edith, the energy of the sun, absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So what action do we need to take, if any? What do we need to do in order for our situation to be in alignment with the highest good? Oh, shit. This is my card. The Rebel. This is the Emperor card in this deck. And so what I always say when I get this is one cannot rebel against something that they haven't mastered. So if you've mastered something, you can then rebel against it and break the chains and break the ties. This is also, stability and mastery card. But in this deck, it's a little unusual because basically it is that with all mastery comes a freedom and an ability to rise above. So one thing I learned about this in the last week was I was talking to the landlord of this building where the tea salon is, and I'm working on buying it. And I was being really cautious, asking him things. And he looked at me and he said, you got to stop asking for permission and really start asking for forgiveness. He's like, because at the end of the day, everybody's going to follow what you initiate. I'm not going to get mad at you for putting skylights in without permission. I'm not going to get mad at you for this or that. I'm not going to get mad at you, and he said, and I realized I had a great fear of getting into trouble. And I think that was when I was young, the big thing. I was always in trouble. And so as an adult, I don't want to get into trouble. And what this card tells us is that we're not going to get into trouble. I mean, there's all these rules now. Let's wear our masks. Let's keep others safe. Let's respect what's happening. But it's time to rebel against certain aspects of what's happening right now. Okay. And what will the possible outcome be? There are infinite outcomes and all possibility for all of us as a group and individually. But if we become the master of our own destiny and we stop asking for permission, what then is the outcome possibly? Oh, the Queen of Fire sharing. I love this card. I think this is my my spirit card. So the Queen of Fire, and Chris can pipe in because she and I are going to be teaching the Tea and Tarot box next month. But the Queen of Fire, for me, the sharing card, I always get this card when I am in service to all. So, and it's my destiny. I'm supposed to be here gathering women together in circle. And so first we got the celebration card. What is our situation, our collective and individual situation? And this is creativity and flow and abundance. And the Three of Cups is also, it's creativity with money too, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And getting creative with, like, it's like an artist card, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Celebration.
Yeah.
Artists.
Yeah.
Gatherings, circles.
Circles, gathering, celebration, art. So this is what we can do now. In high school, I wrote a paper on a play called Lysistrata, where it's kind of wild that my teacher asked me to. It probably was inappropriate, but it was very helpful for me. So I wrote a paper on Lysistrata, and it was the group of women who were so sick of their husbands being in war that they all, both sides of the warring, it's the Romans and the Greeks, right? Yeah,
No, it was the women and the men. It was
Yeah.
The Greeks.
Yeah, but it was the Greeks and the Romans were in war. And they wanted to stop the war, so they basically refused to have sex with any of the men, and the men stopped the war. So I'm kind of like, all right, ladies, yeah, it's like, it's time for us to kind of take things over, because I think we could manage things a little better. And then the Rebel, the Emperor card, is basically, in this deck, is that which you have mastered, you are able to rebel against. So it's stability in freedom and creativity. So that is what we're supposed to do now. And the outcome is the Queen of Cups, or the Queen of, what's fire in this one? I need our cheat sheet.
Oh, the Queen of Fire is
Yeah.
Queen of Wands.
Wands, yeah, the Queen of Wands.
That's you.
Yeah, this is me. So this is how we're supposed to share our art, share our sisterhood, share our celebration through rebelling against things that are not serving our communities or ourselves, systems, stopping the need to ask for permission, and simply asking for forgiveness when and if it's required. Sharing is the outcome, the Queen of Wands. We will all be sharing our gifts, and I'm sure there's going to be some amazing art and relationships coming out of this. Yeah, Edith, sharing the harvest of our fights and sacrifices. Absolutely. And then I pulled one more card, that how will we evolve spiritually together? And I got Beyond Illusion. So we are moving beyond the illusions of thinking we have to go physically to a conference in order to get work done, or thinking we have to get on a plane to get to a meeting. We've moved beyond a lot of habits and that were based on thinking we had to, but that was an illusion, and we were using up the resources of the planet way too fast. So we are now moving beyond illusion. Absolutely. Karen, the Tea and Tarot box will be the June box, my love, and you are going to love it. The tea is amazing. Chris is drinking it right now. I've gotten her hooked. It's called Renewal. So everybody get out your journals. I'm going to have you uh, have a little inquiry now as we sip our tea. And you guys can ask me questions. You can ask me anything. This this particular Saturday sips is unscripted, chill, no problems, no, all ease and flow. So Bernadette says sharing that which was cultivated during hibernation, meditation, reflection during isolation. Absolutely. I mean, we've all learned so much, and I find myself wanting to share more and feeling giddy. Lise came in today, and Lucy stopped by, and I got so excited just to see people, and it reminds me that I don't believe I will ever be able to take anything for granted again when it comes to seeing people in person. I truly love I love that connectivity in person, and there's a term called quantogenic structural coupling. And what that means is what? Quantogenic structural coupling is that when you're in somebody's presence, and then within 30 minutes, your cells start to actually vibrate at the same level. So not only do you want to be careful who you're with or around, because your cells will start to vibrate at the same level as theirs, but you also want to remember that we do vibrate with each other. We do jive with each other. We do have a rhythm that is togetherness. And right now, if any of you are missing that, I am too. And so I'm glad that we could have this. Beautiful. Okay, does everyone have their journals? Okay, so I'm going to tell you one more fun fact about Raspberry Earl White. It is my favorite iced tea. So besides Goddess Oolong, but Raspberry Earl White, when it starts to get hot, like today's 85, almost 90, this is the one I drink because white tea cools digestion. It cools, and I have heartburn because I ate ravioli last night, like really rich ravioli. And so I'm drinking the white tea to cool my heartburn and it does. It's curing it absolutely. Okay. Yes, Diane, synchronicity, but cellular synchronicity. Okay, so I know, Edith, it's so yummy. Okay, so in the past month, or you could even say just in the past week, yeah, I agree, Karen. Karen says it happens to her all the time. She physically feels rooms, social distancing, being on your own. She misses other people and their vibration. Yes, and Karen, well, hold that for I have a thought on that. So, in the last week, what enriched your life? What did you find filled you up? And you guys can journal this or you can just type it into the chat. But what filled your cup in the last week? What filled you up and made you feel enriched and abundant? Montecito Beach. I love Butterfly Beach, absolutely. What filled you up? For me this week, what I did is Deborah King's class on Vedic Sutras. Oh, that is awesome. That sounds great. I know Deborah. Nadia, writing and catching up on some fabulous books. Nadia, you have to tell us what you're writing again. Feel their grand wisdom. The beach, wonderful. Dancing via Zoom with a global community. Oh, I love that. Karen, I got to see my son and my grandchildren for my granddaughter's 9th birthday, socially distant, of course. Oh, congratulations, Angel. How fun. Bernadette and journal in their presence. Jacoba, soulful talk with my niece on FaceTime. Are you the cool auntie? I love that. Alexandria, genuine time for self through my thoughts and activities. Absolutely. Through quiet and through solitude, we do get to tap back in and touch back into what our initial commitment to our soul was when we got here, and to reunite with that. I had that experience this week. Oh, Henriette went on a ferry ride. Rebecca, spending some time riding my horses. Helen, the Shift Network. I love the Shift Network. Heather Ash's class on ritual and practices. Oh, I'm so glad you did that. Your nieces came from California and stayed at the beach in Florida. Lovely. Mother's Day was very special. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Yes, Betsy. Singing every day and surprising myself with expanding my vocal range. Yay, Lise. Yoga Nidra. Dr. Marlene, beautiful. Serafina wrote a poem for the first time in over a year in order to enter a contest by an indie brand I really love. That's so great. It took me some time to vibe with the theme, but I really enjoyed the poem, wound up writing. I went, oh gosh, congratulations, sweetheart. I wrote a poem this week too, for the first time in a long time. Alicia, walking in nature, feeling the energy of the trees. Absolutely. Trees talk to me. Sadie Nardine's yoga, love her. Diane, sharing distantly in dear friend's 65th birthday. Karen, rehearsing and recording my video for a virtual choir with other singers from around the world. You must share that with us. How exciting. Samantha, going for walks with your baby, playing your Sims game and beginning a healthy meal plan. Lady boss. Brilliant. Lisa swept away a lot of dark corners inside her home and outside and enjoying the warm weather and lovely starlight at nights. Absolutely. Nadia, this time you're writing about Debbie, the goddess. How exciting. Edith, connecting with people from different countries to the point that I'm learning Arabic. Wow, that would fill my cup too. Oh, Wendy, that 21-day meditation, how I love them. I have to look at that. Got to talk to your coworkers on WebEx. You miss them, absolutely. Heather, seeing flowers in bloom, seeing a PK class dancing laugh. Oh, pre-K, oh. Drawing and painting, Wanda says. Karen, so far there are well over 4,000 singers. The project will go into production late this Friday. That is so cool. Connie, flamenco online lesson with distant friend and notion by how beautiful male my husband is. Oh, I fell back in love with my husband this week too. That's so exciting. Wonderful. What an amazing week you all had. I wonder if we would have had a chance to do all of this had we been driving around and not social distancing. I wonder how much time we would have. I wonder what it's going to be like when we have more freedom to roam. I wonder if we will want to tune in as much as we are tuning in now. This is really exciting. Yeah. Well, Diane, of course you'll roam. So what moved you? Stirred? What stirred you? What stirred emotions? Perhaps deeper than what you expected? What stirred you deeply inside? Um, on Mother's Day, my sister-in-law came to visit and brought her niece and her husband. And my sister-in-law lost her son on New Year's Day, our nephew. And so it was a very intense day. And I had a vision to have a fire in the middle of the teepee, which I've never done. I've only ever had sound bowls in my teepee. And I didn't want to feel like I was overdoing it, but I asked her if I could fulfill my vision for her, which was to have a fire and release all of the things that we regretted about maybe things we didn't do or say when Jenner was alive. And so we all sat around with paper and we started with, I wish I got to meet your children. I wish I had told you I loved you more. I wished I'd gone down to visit you more. And we just burned all of it. And after an hour, there was nothing else we wished for. You know, obviously we wish he was still with us, but we got to clear all of that out. And through the ritual of seeing something burn and turn into smoke, seeing a regret burn and turn into smoke, all of those things, these are the rituals that we can do now. Even just creating a little fire to burn, you know, some old heartache or some old letters. I found that that deeply moved me, and it was able to freed up some room in my psyche. So what moved you this week? What brought up emotion? What stirred your deep emotion? What brought you surprise? Um, so so what stirred you? What emotions have you felt this last week? sadness of the cruelty and violence this past week with finding out about the murders of Ahmed and Brianna. I've never been able to wrap my head around that kind of hatred and racism. Agreed. Bernadette was moved by watching my sweet little girl be happy exploring among the giant redwoods, river and mountain mist, feeling like a child in the universe with her. So beautiful. Tiffany, death and rebirth moved me this week, being able to be focused again on a project I've been working on. Yeah, this felt like a rebirth week. Edith, on Mother's Day, not having my mom and dad sharing with me. Absolutely. I bought my mom a bike that she can watch Netflix and ride on. So, and she can sit back and chill because she's not getting enough exercise. So I didn't get to see her though. I felt the same way. Hi, Mayu. You live in Tokyo. Welcome. I can understand about half English today. I want to experience just the atmosphere at your event. Welcome, Mayu. So happy to have you here. Welcome always from Tokyo. Betsy, a rebirth week for sure, resting now. Absolutely. So, discard. Oh, Karen misses. Oh, Suzanne. Seeing the movie Leaving Neverland was emotional and cleansing. Ooh, I need to watch that again. Sadness for missing human touch, Karen. Aside from being a hugger, I'm a massage therapist, so touch was a huge part of my life, and it will be again. And it will be again. I feel that, Karen. Lisa, being connected to the sun and air and silence, I felt so much harmony. So happy to hear that, sweetheart. Hi, Elise. On Mother's Day, remembering my maternal grandmother, Evelyn, who passed on Mother's Day when I was 9. How she is all around you now and how she protects you now. Serafina, family of friends are starting to become hospitalized or even die. Really? I really feel the weird duality of things going well for me personally, but awful for the world. I absolutely am with you, Serafina. I have felt that very deeply this week. Rebecca felt gratitude. I had a patient send me a thank you note for the time I had spent with them during treatment and made me very grateful. As sometimes not always sure that we make a difference for them. Oh, Rebecca, thank you for your service. I love hearing this. How beautiful. And Donnie says a book she's reading. Oh, the Four Agreements and the feeling of longing. Yeah, longing is, it's kind of a beautiful, sad feeling, isn't it? And Samantha, my fiance holding me in his arms today really moved me and made me feel loved, especially when he doesn't normally do that. So touch might be your love language and not his. And now you get to share that. Beautiful. Beautiful. So I want us to talk about now what we want to discard. What did you get rid of this week? What did you leave behind? What did you physically get rid of? What did you emotionally get rid of? What did you spiritually maybe cleanse yourself from? Clutter, Alicia, Connie, your judgments. I got rid of the need to make someone feel good at the cost of my needs. That was big. I brought someone in to help at the tea salon, and they weren't a match. And I felt so bad that I said, "Yeah, come tomorrow. We'll do more training," and knowing it wasn't a match. And then the next morning, I set them free, and they were actually grateful. And so I stopped thinking that other people are dependent on me welcoming them into my business or my life so easily. So Connie got rid of judgments. Yeah, it feels good to stand up for yourself, but it wasn't a stand as much as it was a gentle, like, I think before it would have to be like a big blowout or blow up, and now it was just a gentle, yeah, I think you're overqualified and I'm good. Diane, getting rid of any need to fit in. Nadia, the need to control, just trying to be in the flow. Catherine, oh, you love hearing this story? Oh, good. Tawana just went through her coat closet. Oh, I need to do that. Got rid of 1W coats. How many coats? So many people in need, absolutely. 11 coats. Betsy, some ego layers. Here, here. Cheers to that. Wow, Tawana, I'm proud of you. Suzanne feng shuied her bedroom with pink and white roses, quilt, bright pink and yellow tulip scarf on window, couples art and relationship corner. Yay! Oh my God, I love that. Cynthia, losing angers. I'm taking care of my 102-year-old mother. It's a 24/7 job and I'm feeling trapped. So I'm trying to lose this feeling of anger and feeling trapped. Oh, Cynthia, can we hold space for you? Let's hold space for you for a moment. Cynthia, I see you caring for your 102-year-old mother, and I see the anger and the feeling of entrapment leaving you, releasing you. I see you at peace, knowing this is a season that will pass, and it may pass quicker than you think. I see you engulfed in gratitude and grace and ease and flow. And so it is, and so shall it be. Bernadette, removed bricks of a writing journal block. Good. Jennifer got rid of negative thoughts and will be getting rid of clutter. Rebecca's working on clearing clutter. Oh, good. Less chaotic. Absolutely. Wonderful. Samantha got rid of her fear of conflict communications. Normally, I avoid conflict and confrontations as much as possible, but a couple of things were bothering me. I was able to talk to certain people about it, and it felt great. Thanks to my communications class, I've learned to communicate this way more positively. Absolutely. So some of us have had more of a chance to become educated. And Helen released the idea of being a victim, and now I've learned through the Shift Network, I have to think, what would a goddess do? Act like a goddess, not a victim. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Oh, and you guys are sharing. So I invite you all to share with each other in the chat. And so I want to ask you one more question. What came into focus for you? So I think the first month, or I mean, we're going on 2.5, 3 months. What came into focus for you? I mean, it was hard for me to focus in the beginning because the unknowns, the unknowns, the unknowns, but I'm finding that there's more and more clarity now that is coming into focus. So what is one thing that came into a clarity for you in the last week that you can reflect on and solidify here in witness with the rest of the circle with us? Yeah, Cynthia, getting a lot of support, sweetheart. Yeah, so what came into clarity for you this week? Diane, I heard you say that you are a rebel. For me, I felt very close with my team at the tea company. I was in fear before that, you know, they might not be a fit, you know, because we've been expanding, and this week it was like harmonious, and it was, I clearly understood that harmony is our birthright. It's not something we have to go get. So I felt myself come into harmonization. Natalie, beautiful. What came into clarity for Natalie is that she's worthy of abundance. Absolutely. Abundance is your birthright. It's your true nature. Diane needs to heal from your health situation and not wait for the rest of the world to catch up. Absolutely. Karen, how small your personal world is. And the big world is all yours too. Wendy, clarity on who I am and letting go of fear to speak my truth. Absolutely. Lisa, I no longer need the hectic lifestyle. I am getting so used to being home. I agree. I thought about that today. Alicia, clarity that I'm perfect as others are too. Absolutely. Edith, I focused and woke up to take care more of myself. Absolutely. Alexandria is replacing fear of the unknown with the knowing that responsibility risks are control and responsibility. Suzanne, clarity that friendships require nurturing and committing to daily brief contact to say good morning and share beauty and poetry. Very true. Karen, acknowledging that I don't really want to go back to where I was working before the quarantine. Such a good clarity. Congratulations. So, if you're not sure what your next steps are, if any of you are going through a career or a financial transition, the mantra that I always said when I was going through this was I get paid to be myself. So I would love for each of you to adopt that as your, if you're looking at what financial opportunities you have and what you would like to have, I simply say, I get paid to be myself, and I am now getting paid to be myself. I am making beautiful things. I'm nurturing women. And I'm happy every day. And so this is what is possible. I get paid to be myself. Say that with me now. I get paid to be myself. I get paid to be myself. And so it is. And so shall it be. Because being yourself is what we need from you. So being yourself is not a commodity. It is an offering. And it is absolutely meant to have an exchange. So what is you? What is yourself? Who are you when nobody's looking? What do you yearn to do? What do you have an impulse to do? All of those things. When I coach women in businesses, I often find that they never have agreed to get paid for who they are. They think they have to be tough, they have to be the boss, they have to be strategic or this or that. But you know what? Sometimes they're the soft one that pulls everybody together for a group hug. Sometimes they are not what looks like a CEO, but those are the ones who become the best CEOs. The more you are yourself, the more you get paid for being yourself. Okay, so I just want you all to know that in every bone in your body, every cell in your structure. Serafina, art, poetry, well-being, a deep knowing and download from the redwoods that must heal from sharing as a storyteller. Absolutely. Yeah, we are all our greatest critic, right? Oh, Tawana, you read the book. Oh, good. I love that. Go Tisha. I have the book too. I love it. I love it. Yes, Karen, we all need that. We all need to know that. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, so with that, I'd like to take us into beautiful Diane. I want to take us into there was one more inquiry, and it came from a post from one of my former authors when I was a publisher, who has a magazine called Origin and Mantra Magazine. And the quote was, "The magic you are seeking is hidden behind the thing you are refusing to do or resisting to do." So I wanted all of us to have a little bit of a confession time. And yeah, well, she ended up not publishing her book. She ended up doing magazines instead. Origin Magazine and Mantra Magazine, they're fabulous. So so what are you most resisting right now? What do you know you need to do in order to get through and into the infinite sea of magic that you are? What are you avoiding right now? And allow it to come up and confess it to us so that I can make you all feel better with my list of things I'm avoiding too. What are you avoiding right now that you know is going to lead to more magic? You want to know what I've been avoiding? Taxes, Bernadette. Yeah. Not looking at your financial state. Yeah. I've had to get all my taxes done to buy this building. So I know, girl, I'm on it. I'm with you. Fear of myself, Donnie. Yeah. But what exactly are you scared of? Movement. I need to walk more. Lisa, I'm so with you. I'm with you. Samantha, I'm resisting the healthier way of eating that I desire because I have intense cravings for junk. Yeah, I gave up grains again this week and I feel 10 times better. And I love toast. I even dreamt twice this week about eating toast. So yeah, but I feel 10 times better without eating grains. Um, Rebecca, afraid of taking steps to change because of failure. Yeah, and what's the worst thing that can happen? We could have a pandemic, right? We could have the whole economy shut down, right? What's the worst that can happen? So if you're afraid of failure and you look around and you say, well, what's the worst that can happen? And yet we're all still here and the sun is out and the birds are singing. What's the worst that can happen? And failing for me is always getting closer to my personal success. When I was opening up Magic Hour, every night I woke up in a cold sweat, so scared to fail. So it is real and you got to just move through it. You got to just move through it. Elizabeth, getting on social media. You don't really need to get on social media if you don't want to, my love. And Natalie, you've been avoiding your full potential, but what does that look like to you? What does avoiding our full potential look like? What does it look like to avoid going on social media if we know we need it? What does it look like? What habits, what little fine tweaks, what do we do? I distract myself when I know I need to get something done. That's going to lead to more magic. So what is your way that you do it? Karen, I know I should be doing it, exercise, but my energy level is so low, but I know in my mind that exercise will give me more energy. Absolutely. So you could do what I did and just get a little bike that has a desk on it, and it's like a desk bike. So they have them. Edith is avoiding change. Once you get into your comfort zone, it's hard to move forward and change for good. Absolutely. We're all this way. We're all this way. Or you could be like me and be addicted to change. And then sometimes you need to stabilize and let things stay. Um, Wanda's been avoiding learning how to do technology. Now it is your lifeline. Absolutely. I mean, technology has gotten us here. And we're connecting through technology, so it's a good thing. Wendy, packing up the house I live in, procrastination, not getting clutter out. I need to get out to be healthier. Absolutely, Wendy. We all have that. You should see my closets. I am not the poster child for clean closets. Nadia, editing and writing about my culture. My ancestors were indentured laborers. It's a dark and painful history I'm not ready to confront. Yeah, when I wrote about my family escaping Stalin and surviving Hitler, it brought on a lot of ancestral trauma. So Nadia, I would suggest moving through it, maybe some soul retrieval work, and a lot of deep nourishing of your psyche through this. Cindy, saving money. You're avoiding saving money and doing the financial work. Not sure why, but I seem to take 3 steps forwards, 2 steps back kind of thing. And what does that look like? You know, do you get some money and then spend all of it, or do you not balance your books? Or there are so many apps now right now that you can just, everything is balanced. You can see everything you're spending on. It's kind of me. I don't get on a scale because I don't want to. I don't want to face that. And but yet I'll look at my books all day long and analyze what I'm doing right and wrong. So I think we all avoid something. Donnie had weight loss surgery and has lost 150 pounds. Congratulations. But you're not doing all you could be doing. Well, sweetheart, there's always something we could be doing. I'd say give yourself extra love. So Tawana, to go out and about again, so afraid of this virus. Yeah, this invisible virus that's so easily spread. And Tiffany, oh yeah. Edith, yes. Suzanne, getting up when I awaken earlier to meditate instead of falling back asleep. Absolutely. You're hiding behind you, Donnie. Wonderful. So once you know that what you're avoiding, I'd like you all to take a little card or take a piece of paper or take a poster or take something and write down what you know is on the other side of that avoidance. So I'm going to show you an example right now. I'm going to grab a piece of paper. I'm just going to grab a really simple piece of paper. And on this side, I'm going to write what I want, what I know, the magic I know I will get once I face this thing I'm avoiding. Okay, so what is it you will gain by moving through this resistance? What is the magic you will gain in your life by moving through this resistance, by breaking through it, by being swift and taking action through it? What is that thing? For me, sovereignty. Sovereignty is what I will gain by buying this building where my tea salon is. Sovereignty. A healthier, stronger body, better health, vibrancy in teaching what I know will help certain people, freedom, allowing myself to breathe, to dream, space, Jacoba, sovereignty. Okay, so on this side, on the other side, write the thing you have to get through in order to have what's on this side of the paper. I have to face my fear that I may not qualify for the big loan, and I'll feel trapped and worthless. Yep, even those of us who built multi-million-dollar businesses have the same fears everybody else has. So sovereignty, and then the thing I have to move through in order to get sovereignty is I have to face my fear that I may not qualify for the big commercial bank loan, and I'll feel trapped and worthless. Okay, so 2 sides. And now what I want you to do, and you can do this regularly, what I want you to do is I want you to read this tonight to yourself before you go to sleep. And I want you to put this somewhere you can see it when you wake up, okay? And then I want you to journal tonight what your dreams tell you, right? So I'm going to do that tonight. And then tomorrow, you can write down what strategy your subconscious, your spirit gave you in the night through your dreaming. What symbols? I've been dreaming a lot about toast. But tonight, I know I'm going to have to face this. So we can do this in our dreams. We can do this in our psyche. We can do this in a way that is going to deepen our relationship to that which we want the most, which is sovereignty. I want this building. I have to face the fact that they might not be loaning during a pandemic. I don't know, but I have to move through that fear. Katie asks, I get emotional when I try to think of who I can be, who I am, because I know there is so much beauty waiting for me on the other side, yet I keep myself stuck. Why? Ask yourself that tonight. Write down that question tonight before you go to sleep. And when you wake up, before you speak to anybody, or before you get stimulated, or before your identity starts to form again, write down everything that you saw in your dreams that you can remember. And then we'll talk. Lisa, personally, I need to overcome my laziness and limping and build a stronger body. Yeah. What does building a stronger body get you? What's on this side of the paper? For me, sovereignty. For you, what? Strength, vitality, energy? What would that be? Samantha, I have to face my cravings and maybe a little detox from junk food. Absolutely. Yeah, I know. Girl, give me a bag of chips and a bottle of red wine, and it's like the heavens have arrived. It's like we all have our bad habits and our vices, but we all have to give our bodies a break from them. But we'll only give up the junk food, we'll only give up the vices if we know what's on the other side of the sphere is big enough and juicy enough and delicious enough and energizing enough to want to do it. Okay. Alicia, do more of what you love and what loves me. Thank you, Wanda. I heard that too. Suzanne, I have to face the fear that if I meditate regularly with my mantra, either nothing much will happen or it will change me completely. Yeah, it will. What if it could be fun and relaxed with no expectations? Sweetheart, meditation should, it's just, you can't. You can't be trying to get to the other side of meditation. You got to let it be messy. Watch the Justin Michael Williams Saturday Sips again if you haven't seen it. It's got to be messy, girl. Get rid of the expectations. The journey of meditation is where all the good stuff comes. And then Jennifer says, face my fears, start to eat better and take better care of myself. Absolutely. Absolutely. What is it that we will write for tomorrow? Sorry, I missed it. So basically, you'll write what you know you need to face and what you know you will gain on the other side of facing that. And you will make an inquiry of this tonight before you go to sleep. And then in the morning, you'll write down whatever you saw. Yeah. And Lisa, am I still practicing with my crystal bowls? Absolutely. And I used them in the healing ceremony with my family on Mother's Day. And it was really powerful. So thank you for asking. Samantha, I will gain energy, stronger immune system and lungs, better focus, healthy weight, and better looking figure. Yeah, how about I'll be hot? I'll be hot and healthy. I'll feel better about myself. I'll love myself in clothes. I'll love how I look. I'll love how I feel when I touch myself. Right? I love that. I love that. Yes. So Suzanne, we will send out, there's a page on our site on clubmagichour.com that has the Justin email or the Justin video. Absolutely. And if you're a member of Club Magic Hour, he's got a great teaching meditation video in the membership site, which I think you can get into pretty easily. Okay. Well, with this, I'm going to close our circle. Thank you so much for being present with me, for being present with each other, for being committed to your higher growth, for being committed to the highest vibration that you may live in today and all days moving forward. Thank you so much for being authentic and sharing your hearts and souls in the comments. Thank you for showing up as all you and being willing to work on yourself and to be willing to get to that other side, whatever it is. For me, it's sovereignty. For you, it may be freedom or joy or more energy or a hotter body. Whatever it is, know you deserve it. You deserve your wishes to come true. You deserve to fulfill your dreams. You deserve to accept all the abundance and all the prosperity and all the goodness that the world has to offer. You deserve all good things in ease and flow. And so it is, and so shall it be. And with that, I say thank you. And it's so good to see you. And next week, we have an exciting guest, and we are excited to tell you all about it. And I will see you soon. I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You deserve to be hot and healthy. Yes. Thank you, Wanda. Oh, Monica, absolutely. Monica, you just let me know how I can support you, sweetheart. Anything I can do, you just email me directly. I love you guys. Bye. I'll see you soon. Bye.